This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
I definitely did not expect that it would take me an entire year to get to the point where I'm actually tattooing a real human, but the day is finally here. Yeah, it's happening.
Okay, let me rewind you to last August and explain how I got here. So I had been interested in tattooing for a while, but it seemed like a difficult industry to break into without an apprenticeship at a tattoo shop. So when I saw that a fine line tattoo artist I follow named Kate was opening a new shop in Chicago and offering workshops, I signed myself up. In the workshop, we covered so much information from tattoo needles to proper techniques to placement to pricing and everything else that's involved with being a tattoo artist. And of course, we practiced a ton. I was very overwhelmed at how much there is to learn when it comes to tattooing. Like, learning how to create and print a stencil took me so long the first time, but I was so glad to have Kate there to help me and look over my shoulder and give me advice as I went. By the end of the workshop, my hands were really sore, and honestly, I wasn't sure if tattooing was for me. I struggled a lot with the technique and stability required to make nice lines, but Kate reassured me that I just needed to practice, and once I tattooed real skin, I would know if I like it or not. Little did I know that it would take me a whole year to get to the point where I was actually tattooing real skin. At the time, I was really busy. I was still working my engineering and dance jobs. I practiced at home when I could, but I was so overwhelmed with everything else going on in my life that I couldn't keep up with the practice as much as I wanted to. And then when I experienced a tough time in my personal life, I completely stopped my tattooing practice. Until about a month ago. Now that I quit both of my jobs and had more time, I decided to revisit tattooing and book a time to give my first tattoo with Kate's help. It's currently July 5th, and I booked a session to give my brother his tattoo on August 5th. When we booked it today, she was like, oh, we could do 6 or we could do 5:30. And we were like trying to debate between the two. And she said, I'll just book it for 5:30 because sometimes people's first tattoo can take them like 3 hours. I watched her give a tattoo today, and I swear she was done in like 30 minutes, maybe less. I don't think I'm as far along with my tattooing practice as I really wish I was. I took a little break from my tattooing practice from like October until like 2 weeks ago. So I took a long period off of practicing tattooing at all. Let me show you what my tattoo practice has looked like. This is what my practice looked like from late August to late September, was this side. And then this side has late September through October. This is the last one from October. And then you see there's not another entry until June. So 13, 14, 15. I have practiced tattooing 18 and a half times, and I think I want to at least double that before I give my first tattoo. So I'm going to try to fit in as many days of tattooing practice as I can. I just really want to push myself for this next month, really give tattooing a solid try to see if it might be something that I'm interested in. Because right now I think I'm at the point of practicing where I'm like, I feel like I am so bad at this that it doesn't seem fun yet. But I think I just need to push past that and get to the point where I'm actually comfortable and confident-ish going into giving my brother his tattoo. And then from there, maybe I'll decide that I want to become a tattoo artist. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just be like, that was an experience, and now my brother has a tattoo from me. So we'll see how it goes. So I think I fit in a good amount of practice in a relatively short amount of time. To be honest though, the practice wasn't always super fun because I was having a lot of issues with like ink splattering and my needles and not getting the stencils to stick on the fake skin correctly. But after talking with Kate and doing some of my own research, I think I figured out ways around it. And I think just in general, fake skin is not super easy to work with. I also wanted to mention that I am not promoting this as the right way to learn tattooing. This is just what I did, and it's super important to know about sanitation and safety for tattooing, so please, please, please do your research and only learn to tattoo from an experienced tattoo artist. Basically, don't try this at home. Okay, end of my disclaimer. I did some sketching for what I think I might do for my brother's tattoo, so we'll see what he thinks of these sketches. I came up with a few different ideas, well, actually a lot of ideas. I don't know, we want it to be rose related. I wanted to give some options that are not just like just a rose. So we'll see what he thinks of those, and then hopefully next week I can get a stencil of the actual tattoo I'm gonna do, because that way I would have like 2 weeks to just practice that over and over and over again. That's what Kate recommended. It might be a little boring, but I think it'll be good. That way I go into that tattoo feeling very prepared. I just did a very fun little errand. I went and got my stencils made. This is the design that we came up with for my brother's tattoo. I gave him a few options, and this is the one that he said like stood out the most to him. So I just went to Kate's shop and got it printed out in a couple different sizes. And I have 3 sheets of these. So I have like, I don't know, I don't want to do the math, but I have a lot of these to practice with. So now I am going to just be practicing the same tattoo every single day until I actually put it on my brother. Oh my God, I thought this truck was about to hit me. Oh my God. That was really close. Okay, yay. Oh my God. I'm so tired. One final wipe. It's not perfectly clean, but I did it. I'm not totally pleased with my line quality towards the end. Overall, I think it's pretty good for my first attempt. And I definitely think there's room for improvement. Also, it took me 1 hour and 5 minutes. So yeah, I think that it's good that I'm gonna practice this for a few weeks because I need it. I'm too cheap to buy myself a light, so I've been using this. It's just my camera light on a little tripod. It works pretty well. If I decide to tattoo long term, I probably should get myself a light that's not this. Learning to tattoo has been super rewarding for me, and I'm guessing a lot of you have skills that you'd like to learn and develop. So I'm super glad that today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, one of my favorite ways to learn. I have some crazy news. I have my own Skillshare class now. It's called Start Your Side Hustle, Discover and Plan Your Creative Side Project. As a lot of you know, I started this YouTube channel and my art business while I was working other jobs, so I am a huge believer in the power of a side hustle. This class is designed to help you brainstorm and plan a side hustle that fits in your life and plays to your strengths. You'll walk away from class with a better understanding of how your previous life experience can help you launch a successful creative side project. I know a lot of you have creative passions of your own, and if you're interested in turning those into side hustle, I think this class is a perfect place to begin. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts, so you can expand your skill set in music, writing, photography, illustration, and so much more. If you don't know what class to take, Skillshare's learning paths are a great starting point. They are curated sequential class collections to master a specific topic.
The learning path I did most recently is called Start a Life You Love with Systematic Goal Setting, and it's been helping me with identifying and taking action on my creative goals. The first 500 people to sign up with my link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, which means you could take my class right now. So check it out, and thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and for letting me be a teacher. That is so cool. Okay, back to the video. OMG, hi. It has been a hot minute since I've checked in with you about the tattooing. I have new hair. I no longer have my thumb injury going on as of now. My drawing thumb feels good, so that's good. So let me update you on where the practice is at. Okay, don't be alarmed, but this is what I have so far. I don't know if you can read my little notes here, but the medium size and the smallest size I printed out have been taking me about an hour to complete. So I ended up redesigning the tattoo just a little bit so I can print it smaller today. So I'm gonna go into the shop and do that today. Hopefully I can figure it out on my own because Kate's not gonna be there to walk me through it today. I still don't think it's hitting me that I'm doing this in 2 weeks.
So I ended up second guessing myself and redesigning the tattoo without the bottle when I went in to print. Just in case I decided the bottle was too hard, I wanted a backup plan, but I didn't end up practicing with that second design because it's not what my brother asked for. I also realized as I practiced more that the smaller size of the tattoo did not take me less time. It took me about the same amount of time. I think this is because I had to go slower to get in those small details, but in the end, I'm glad I tested this because now I know that I don't have to work super tiny, and I really love the size that I ended up doing for the final tattoo. The final 2 weeks of my practice was pretty uneventful. I just kept practicing over and over again. I ended up doing this exact piece 13 times. And despite all of the practice, I was still really nervous, but I knew that I did my best to prepare, and before I knew it, the day of the tattoo had arrived.
Hello, it is officially tattoo day, and I am feeling very nervous, very excited. I'm trying to just focus on the fact that I've practiced a good amount of times. I'm coming into this with a good amount of preparation, and also Kate is gonna be there to guide me through the whole process, and no one is expecting me to just know what I am doing today 100%. This is my first tattoo. Everyone involved knows that. So it's been almost a year since I signed up for this 2-day workshop, and I definitely did not expect that it would take me an entire year to get to the point where I'm actually tattooing a real human, but here we are. Doesn't matter how long it took to get here. All that matters is we got here. My brother is gonna get here in an hour, and I'm hoping that we can mess around with some of the stencils that I have, kind of figure out the placement and figure out if I need to make any final adjustments to the design before we go in today. I packed up my bags full of all of the stuff that I think I'll need, and luckily Kate said that if I don't have anything that I can borrow stuff from her. So I feel very thankful that I am doing this supervised. I could not imagine just doing a tattoo on my own. Bleh. So yeah, let's go give a tattoo, I guess. I need to go wake my brother up because he's asleep, and I do need him for the tattoo. Yo, Brandon, we gonna leave in 20 minutes? All right, we're here. Show your arm.
Here's my arm.
No
Wait.
tattoo. Proof that this is not staged. He's got that one. We're gonna put it, we think, somewhere near it. Maybe on the outside of the arm.
Maybe somewhere over there.
Yeah, your arm is probably gonna hurt from whatever position you have to hold. That was what I had to do for this
All
one,
right.
and my shoulder after a while, but I'll try to go fast.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, here we go.
You're so funny. You're like,
Yeah. Is that weird? That one is for photos, and the top one is for video.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, she's a little finicky. And now you missed the part of me struggling, so that's perfect. We're thinking here.
I think so.
I feel like the size difference is not that noticeable.
I think we do the one
I agree.
by half a centimeter.
You said you rub it pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Get all the dead skin off.
Hey,
Hair doesn't need.
Oh, do that. That's okay.
The hair will go back.
Make it a nice little.
don't shave off my skin.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll spray some right. Well, you're left-handed. Yeah, I'll spray some right onto your glove, and then just kind of put that on there. Okay. Then sometimes I just use my palm and curve it around and just hold it for a sec.
Oh my gosh, it kind of worked. Oh my gosh, it kind of worked.
Also, the fact that this is sort of a, I don't know, it's a nice place that people see too.
Yeah,
So the,
it is quite
so,
good. Okay. So I should be worrying about my needle right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is where I would start again.
Okay. Wow, are you happy with your tattoo?
I'm so happy.
And wow, that's a tiny little needle. Okay.
But now I think this is just enough for you to perfect it, you know?
Yeah.
This, the bottom, I think will be light. If you want to go over that another pass,
Yeah.
even if it's a little thicker, I think it gives the shadows to the bottom.
Right.
Like that's fine. Significantly. So yeah, it's more so the outside of the bottle. But for the rose, I think coming down this little like left bottom part of the rose.
Always fix it in post.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah. I feel crazy. I am so happy with how the tattoo turned out. I still kind of can't believe that I did it. Despite my nerves, I actually really enjoyed the process of giving the tattoo, which I was like super unsure of how that would go. I thought I might be really nervous, but I really liked the human to human connection while tattooing. And obviously it was my brother, so it was really special to be able to give him a piece of art that is going to be with him forever. Kind of crazy. So for now, my plan is to just keep practicing. Gonna try to convince more family and friends to let me practice on them. And I'm excited to see where tattooing goes. I don't really know what it's gonna be for me, but I know that I like it and I know that I think it's really cool. I know I gave this disclaimer before, but I have to give it again. Please, please, please do your research and learn how to tattoo safely and properly. I know I showed myself practicing on my desk at home a lot. That would not be a sanitary tattoo situation if I was tattooing myself or another human. This video is not meant to be educational at all. Please only learn how to tattoo from a professional tattoo artist that you trust. I also have to give a huge shout out to my brother Brandon and to Kate
for helping me through this process and being so patient with me on tattoo day. Kate owns an amazing fine line tattoo shop in Chicago called Crispy Aura, so check that out if you are in the area. And Brandon makes really cool Dungeons and Dragons content. So if you are in the small proportion of my audience that plays D&D, go check him out. Also, let me know if you play D&D. I'd be curious. And also, should I play D&D? Would I like it? I don't know. I gotta give my patrons their shout out. Thank you so much for your support every single month. It means the world to me. If you wanna check out the Patreon, I make an exclusive podcast, print, and sticker every single month that I can send you in the mail, which is very fun, very cool. I have prints and stickers and tote bags up on my website if you wanna go check those out. I really appreciate you watching until the end. And until next time, remember that you rock, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. Bye.